What's up, everybody? Matt Cynner here, and here I am in a beautiful, bright, warm, sunny. Actually, I'm in Sydney right now, and the weather's actually kind of bad outside, and the weather in Melbourne is bad too. So it seems like as if the Melbourne weather has followed me all the way up here. Damn you, Melbourne! Damn you! Anyway, I came here to escape you, and you just followed me all the way up here. What's wrong with you? But nevertheless, I'm gonna have a good time, and the reason why I'm gonna have a good time is because it is gig time. This Friday and Saturday night, I'll be performing at the Kings Park Tavern. Not only is this my first time performing in New South Wales, but this is also my first time performing in Sydney and my first time performing outside of Victoria. I've been to Sydney once, a long time ago, and I told myself that the next time I come back I'm going to perform here, and an opportunity presented itself, and here I am. So I'm very excited to see what the Sydney music scene is like, because I know that Melbourne and Sydney are very neck and neck in terms of competition. But this should be a good time. This will also be a good opportunity for me to do some vlogging around Sydney, and yeah, this should be fun. I don't often do travel vlogging stuff, anything like that. It's usually just me vlogging gigs, but since I'm in another state, might as well. Hope you guys enjoy the video. And this is it, the Martinez Traveler guitar, or Martinez as some Aussies would like to say, but I think Martinez is probably the correct way to say it. But nevertheless, this is a Dale wood body. It's actually not a solid top, unfortunately. This is a laminated top, and this still has a pretty decent sound to it. The whole body is made of Dale wood. The unfortunate thing about this is that this doesn't have a preamp, but you still have an input here, so you can still plug it into a PA, but you will need to use an EQ pedal and all that stuff just to sort of get a reasonable sound out of it. The only modifications I've done to this guitar was I've had to have the tuners changed. I've found that once I've done that, this guitar was able to stay in tune for a lot longer, considering its size. Travel guitars, in my experience, have been a little bit harder to keep in tune as you're playing them. And they're a little bit harder to get a decent sound out of them, especially if you don't have a preamp. But this is my first gig outside of Victoria, and this like with any gig that you do, you gotta just try things and experiment with things, and just sort of hope for the best. I'm gonna start rehearsing, get my voice ready for tomorrow night's gig. As far as my set list, I'm actually not sure. I haven't worked it out. Got enough material to last me for at least 3 to 4 hours at least, but since this will be like a 2-hour set, I think I could just sort of narrow it down to my best songs. You never really know whether to start off with something chilled and then move on to something more energetic, or if you just do something energetic, chilled, and then energetic again. I mean, it's just sort of really one of those things where you just sort of have to suss it out, the second you get to the venue. So first thing I'll do is just warm up my voice, and then just play some easy songs, and then just sort of get my voice going. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. How exciting is this? Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Girl, 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 sit in the fire. The rain is flaming, and which way to go? The kisses lift me higher, sweet song of the fire. And you light my morning sky, burning love. Please tell me, please tell me why. The cars in front yard, getting them, step when the clothes on. Get the window last night in your gun. Okay, so I've practiced for about an hour and a half, and I think for most of it I did okay with, and there are some parts I needed to work on, but that's part of the process of rehearsing and practicing, I guess. It is getting late, and I'm pretty sure that my neighbours next door really hate me. Oh, actually, they probably don't actually hate. Look, either one or two things would have happened. Either, I sounded so amazing they actually started crying, and it's made them reevaluate their life choices and make them want to become better people, or they seriously hate my fucking guts. They want to give this hotel a bad review, and then they want to stalk me all the way back to Melbourne and burn my house down with me in it. Well, if you guys are listening, I don't have a house. Joke's on you. Ha ha ha, I live on the streets. So, look, it's getting late outside now. I want to have a quick gander around the CBD, before, I start to get tired. I want to catch some buskers as well, see what the busking scene is like, and maybe catch a few photos of buildings and other random shit. But yeah, anyway. that's it. That's enough walking around for today. My legs are tired, my back is killing me. Time to get some rest, time to prepare for tomorrow's gig, and yeah, should be another good night. Good afternoon. That was a very long and much needed sleep, and it is amazingly shit outside. Again, it's supposed to be raining and windy, but you know, nevertheless, it's not going to stop me from having a good night tonight. I'm going to catch up with a friend briefly before the gig, have some lunch, and then I'm going to come back here and get ready. Okay, so first of all, in case you're wondering, yes, I did walk into this room, push record on the camera, and then walk back out just to give myself a dramatic entrance. And if it looked convincing, great. But if it didn't, well, that's your fault. So I've got about 5 hours left to get ready. So what I have to do now is get my pedal board set up, get my equipment set up, warm up the voice a little bit, relax, and just try and be as prepared as I can. This is the setup they'll be using for tonight. So I've got my new X drum machine and the TC Helicon acoustic player. This is going to be where my guitar and vocals are going to come out of. And this is the mixer that I'll be using for tonight, the Zenix 802 by Behringer. This is not the mixer that I generally use for my gigs. The one that I use is actually a Yamaha mixer, but you know, for a travel size mixer, this is fine. The only negative thing about this is that this doesn't have built-in effects like reverb or chorus or anything like that. But you do have an effects set input in case you do want to attach a pedal on there that can do it. I'm not really going to worry about that too much tonight because the TC Helicon acoustic play does have those essential effects that I need, such as reverb and all that kind of stuff. But it would be nice if your mixer does have it in case you do want to add, you know, additional flavor to the sound. Now, because my guitar doesn't have a built-in preamp, I've actually got this 6-band EQ from Joyo. It's fine. I've only used it once. It's, you know, it does the job. At least this will sound better than what I can just get this mixer to do on its own. And my Baraka is settling in, which is good because I'll definitely need the caffeine boost tonight. Anyway, guys, I'll see you at the gig. And here we are, Kings Park Tavern. I'm ready to go. Looking forward to a great night.
Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go. Just take some time, a little game in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be
Alright guys, back in the hotel room. The gig was fine, but the guitar is not. There's just something wrong with the pickups, and yeah, I don't know, it's just not picking up all the strings. There's just something about the high E string, it's just not, yeah. I think it's like just a wiring issue. I've had this similar issue to this before for one of my other guitars, and yeah, I'll have to try and at least get it fixed and sorted before tomorrow night's gig. But if it doesn't work, then nevertheless, you know, I can still manage with it. But other than that, it was a good night. People were getting into the songs I was playing, and it's a very nice venue. Great food, great vibe. You know, I can't complain about it. I can't wait to perform again there tomorrow night. Okay, so I'm getting ready for night 2 over at Kings Park Tavern. I've tried mucking around with the guitar for a little bit, but so far I'm not successful. It's just gonna have to do for the gig tonight. But you know, nevertheless, I've had to try and muck around with some of the songs to you know, make it sound like as if I'm not really relying on this string to project. You know, we'll just see how it works out for tonight. The thing about a lot of the songs that I do sing is that I do rely on some of these higher strings to sort of guide me in terms of pitch for, you know, at least some of the songs that I do. So it's just really tricky to sort of like play some songs where I'm not really relying on them, and you know, I just sort of have to just try and find my way around it. But nevertheless, always test out your gear properly before you go out on the road. Good morning. Finally, it is a bright and sunny day out in Sydney this morning. Now, before I talk about my thoughts about Kings Park Tavern, I do just want to point out that for some odd reason, I do have a bit of a scratch here. I don't know how that happened, or if I just scratched myself while I was sleeping, but yeah, it's just, I mean, it's one thing if you get like a scratch on your hand or on your arm or something like that, because, you know, you're a musician and you're moving equipment around and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, on the face, it's just, yeah, that's a very odd spot. Now, my thoughts on the Kings Park Tavern gigs. I had a good time. I really enjoyed the venue. The staff was very friendly. The food was nice. Now, is there a difference between the Friday night crowd and the Saturday night crowd? I would say yes. Surprisingly, the Saturday night crowd was a bit more dull in comparison to the Friday night crowd. The Friday night crowd was enjoying the live music, even though they were concentrating on the live sport, but they were enjoying the music. You know, they were singing along with some of the songs that I was doing. You know, I even had a few people that were just like, oh, he's playing that song. You know, you get that when you play covers. And it was a mixed age group as well. You found some people that were young, some people that were middle-aged, some people that were a bit older, but you know, they were still enjoying the music. Whereas with the Saturday night crowd, it was mostly younger people that were there. The crowd was more there for either playing pool or going outside in the smoking area and just talking to friends. There was probably only like 2 people there that were listening and singing along with the songs. But sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you do perform in front of the right crowd that even though they weren't going out looking for live music, but you know, you can just be playing something that they can enjoy and they can appreciate, and then it just makes up for a good time for everybody. Now that I don't have any more gigs planned for the rest of this trip, I'm going to take you guys out for a vlog and do some sightseeing, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy.